I've known Ate Irene since last year during her Encounter God retreat. And I remember that day, she arrived late. But, she had that big smile on her face. And, she keeps on saying, sorry, late ako ha, late ako. And behind her, I didn't know she was Ate Aimie's sister until, si Ate Aimie hinatid siya sa seat niya. And then, she was telling na, oh, sister ko to, Ate Aimie, the usual. She's very proud of Ate Irene. Ate Irene wasn't supposed to be in my group, pero for some reason, she was led there. And upon seeing her, I was already, I felt comfortable to her because she was really smiling, and she has that humble aura around her. So I was already waiting for that part of the program where we get to share and talk to one another. And then I remember she shared her life testimony, the reason she was there, because I think it was last year that she was given a second shot in life. And by that time, she was already committed to rebuild her relationship with Jesus. And she also shared, I remember clearly she shared yung kanyang faith turning point road trip with friends in Pampanga. And also, mga fond memories niya nung childhood with her siblings, and a lot of other things. And I remembered she didn't even share it sa group. She was really very open to and generous to share it in front of the whole church. And I remember she was joking pa when she was about to give her testimony, because she knows that Ate Aimie would cry because yung walk niya in faith, yung pagre-recommit niya is an answered prayer daw ng mga siblings niya, and Ate Aimie is one of them. I remember Ate Aimie was one of the audiences somewhere at the back part, and capturing that very special moment. Even if she was in the brink of crying, she was still throwing a lot of jokes that makes people, crying out of laughter and also being touched by her story. So ever since nung EGR that night, whenever we will meet together, even after LG sessions, we would always go out to eat for dinner, kasi laging game yan si Ate Irene sa ganyan. Even if minsan nahihirapan siya, malayo, game siya, she would always walk with us, throwing a lot of jokes, laughing a lot. So, during our conversation, it will range from, kwentuhang family to mga professional ganap namin in life, and even love life. Pinag-usapan namin yon. But she's the ate that would always give you wisdom, coated with lots of witty jokes, and big smile in her face, yung infectious laughter niya. Those are the things I think I would never forget with Ate Irene. And I think the last time I saw her was our last LG session na complete kami last January. And I remember clearly yung shinare niya, one of the greatest blessings that she received in 2019 was actually, realizing God was literally the air within her lungs. It struck us, I think most of us, I would say for the whole group, it struck all of us, because air is usually taken for granted. You will not really consider it as a blessing, but for her, that was the greatest blessing she received in 2019. And I didn't expect that was the last time I would see her. I was actually looking forward to seeing her last March because she enrolled in one of our habits class. But yun, I have been messaging with Ate Aimee ever since on the condition of Ate Irene, and we've been praying a lot about her. But I think I find comfort in knowing that now, she has the grandest and the greatest audience she'll ever have, and that's God. She's now basking in the presence of God, the source of our air, diba? She has that golden pass already, and everything that she've learned, everything that the things that she recommitted with Jesus right now is being used na, nandun na, it's already manifested. And I'll miss you, Ate Irene. I take comfort again in knowing na you're embracing and basking in the presence of Jesus right now. So I know one day in the future we're going to see each other again with our non-stop chika and more witty banters for sure. So we may have a very short friendship, but it's a very memorable one. Have fun with Jesus.